everyone, it's Carol here at Oak House Journals. Let me just adjust that camera angle for you a bit. Sorry about that. So, hi everybody, it's Carol here at Oak House Journals, and as you can see, I've got my Margarete Miller Collage Weekly Planner in front of me and my bits and bobs ready for doing assignment number 49. So I'm going in today with a no-nonsense, no procrastination frame of mind. I do have a very rough idea of what I want to do on this page, and I have cheated a little bit because the first prompt is something on a string. Well, this is a little movable mannequin man that I created absolutely months and months and months ago, almost within a couple of weeks of getting my planner at the start of the year, because I was flipping through the prompts and I actually noticed the prompt for week 49, and this was what came to mind, and I set to and made it, and it's really simple. I mean, the arms, body and the legs I've just made out of playing cards. I used a bit of cardboard and some felt tip pen and glossy accents for the boot, and similarly for the embellishment on his hat. There's a little pom-pom on the top there. He's got book pages for his cuffs and also for his hat, and just white card for his hands. The face was an image that I found somewhere, I'm not even sure where now, and chopped that out. As you can see, I've just got little brads at the back here to make his legs and arms move, a little tiny bow for his neck, and 3 little buttons with some thread through them. So yes, this has been in my planner, tucked away for absolutely months and months. So I'm thrilled now that I can actually use him. So he's my first prompt. The second one is a measurement of something, even if you write it out. Well, I've got 2 lots of fabric style tape here, and I'm going to be using this one. Now, I think this is probably a Tim Holtz one or a lookilie Tim Holtz one. I'm going to use it because it's got hints of red, and I'm going to be using bits of red throughout just to give this piece a pop of colour. So I'm going to be using that. Where on my page I have no idea, but I'm going to be using this one. A piece of a map. Well, I've got this vintage map here. It's got like a canvas on the back, and it's lovely. I want this side because I actually want the neutral colours, so I'm using that, and I will have that tucked away in there like that. Something in a geometric shape besides a rectangle, or something besides rectangular, it says. Now, I thought I would use these. Now, you've seen these before. These are little washi dots, so they're sticky on one side and not on the other, but I don't have any in red, and I'm thinking that the colours that I do have, if anything, this colour here might be the colour that will work on the page. But I'm going to give it a go at trying to colour these either with a felt tip pen or a Sharpie to see if I can get them to be a nice bright red. I might even, if I can get the colouring to work, go in with some glossy accents at the end. And I thought that I would try and get my little character here to be juggling. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Obviously something on a string. This was my string to go with my little guy here. Something cold to touch. Well, I've been messing around with my tags for Christmas recently, and I've been die cutting snowflakes. So I had 3 lying around on my desk or in my craft room, and I thought, well, I might as well use those. I've got a dark background here, a very kind of beigey bland colour here, so it might be good to have a pop of white to lift the page a little bit, and also pick up the white on my mannequin. And the bonus is a person. Well, I'm using this lady here, and she is, I think, the designer for Kirk Geiger. or the design guru for Kurt Geiger. I'm going to be using this very glamorous lady on my page, and the reason I folded my page over was I was trying to work out the proportions on my page, and I can just about get her in. What I want, as you've probably guessed by now, is I want that hand. I don't necessarily need all of her because you'll know that she's a person, but I do want her hand because I want to attach my strings on my mannequin like so to her hand. So that's what I'm aiming for. That gives you a rough idea of what I'm planning to do. Now, as she stands at the moment, she is a little bit too tall. I'm going to trim her off at the bottom, and then I'm just going to do a rough tear down the side. So let's get her trimmed off first. Bring this back in. And there you go, she fits inside my border, and I think I'm just going to go with it today and just rip away like that down my page. So there we go, and this I was thinking about having in there like that. Now ideally I would love not to have that there. And this is probably where my tape is going to come in handy, because perhaps I could put that across there, and actually I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to rip away, and this is much bigger than I need, but I'm not too bothered about that. Okay, I'm going to rip down this edge here, because I know that that's not needed, and I'm going to rip away this portion at the top here as well. So do I like that edge? I think what I will do is I'm going to just, whoops, very fragile. This is definitely a vintage piece. Okay, and then my lady was going to go on there like so. I'm just going to commit myself today, and I'm just going to go with this. There we go. So I was thinking now that I would have my little mannequin down here, like so. And because of that piece and the line here, I think I'm going to have my tape across the top there, and I'm going to snip it between the two ones for the 11 and have that across there like that. I'm just going to have it slightly down so that it stands out a little bit. And now I'm actually wondering whether to get rid of that one there, and I am going to do that. I'm going to take that away like that and have that like that. Yep, I'm liking that. So I'm coming in with my Fabri-Tac glue here, or actually this is Beacon 3-in-1 glue. So I'm just going to cover up that writing on this side of the page and drop it down a little bit so that it stands out. Okay, before I attach the strings to this little guy and glue him down, I thought I would just have a think about where I'm going to put these, because obviously I haven't given it much thought. I think it might be nice to kind of group them, something like that. Feels very bizarre to me, I have to say, everybody, but I think I feel like I need to cover up this line with my little character, And maybe do something like that. See, I'm actually liking that better. I'm thinking that sort of arrangement, that's working for me, where they're touching the tape and working more as a group. I'm liking this one crossing over between the magazine image and the map. Yeah, okay, I'm kind of liking that. Might move that one across some more. Pull that one up maybe a little bit like that. I'm desperately trying not to be too symmetrical, but it's not working. So I'm thinking of that grouping. She says, tweaking it again. Okay, that's that grouping. I'm not going to fuss today. Right, okay, so I now need to attach some strings, and I thought that I would attach or glue some string up here to her hand like that. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me get a little bit of glue and do that. So I'm going to snip it off so that I've got a sharp end to my string. I'm going to put a line of glue there and a line of glue there. And then I'm just going to lay down, let's move that little guy out the way. I'm going to lay down one end of string there. And just, oops, I'm going to lay down another end of string there. So they're going to hopefully glue whilst I faff with this little bit. And I was thinking I would do something like this. If I have him like that, maybe like that. Okay, I'm going to go for that. So I'm going to put some more glue here. And anchor this bit of string down there. And I thought I would have this other hand about there, so let's anchor this piece of string down there. I'm going to glue my little guy down. I'm going to glue his hands in place and his head, but the rest of his body I'm going to leave to move, because I quite like the idea of him being able to move. So I'm just going to flip him over and I'm going to glue this hand and this hand, and as I said, glue his head. Flip him over and just positioning him where I need him to be, like that. And then his legs can obviously move, and I like that idea. So there we go, so that's that. I'm just trying to decide whether I feel I need to have string to his legs, like that. I think if I did that, I would take the string underneath his arms, like that. I don't think I will have the string going to his legs. It's all looking too busy having that many strings there. So I'm quite happy that I've got string there just to his hands. So I'm just going to put a little bit more glue up here just to, again, hold that string in place. I'm going to glue these snowflakes in place. I'm just doing it this week. I'm not going to huff and puff like I usually do. I'm just going for it. So let's put some glue on these. Really should have my tweezers, but I think I can manage to put these down like that. She says getting glue everywhere. And I'm going to do the same for this side. I was thinking with the prompt, something cold to touch. The first thing that came to mind was a dog's nose. And I was thinking, how could I work that into the piece? And I had more or less decided that I was going to cut out a dog's nose and put it on her face. And then I saw the snowflakes, and thought maybe I ought to go with those rather than be completely off the wall. So I'm going to just do this last one. But I just thought, oh, maybe I could make it really quirky this week and not do something as serious as I usually do. Right, let's concentrate before I make a mess as to where this one should go. And I was just kind of thinking of it like that. Okay, now they're not glued, as I always say, to within an inch of their lives. They have got some movement, so I'm liking that. Now I'm going to play with these things and see how we get on. Just going to grab my tweezers because I definitely do need them for these. And let's see first of all what the ones I thought might work, and it was these. Now I know these will work on the brown. Oh, they might work on, yeah, okay. I'm going to go with these. I'm going to have one about there, because I kind of wanted this guy to look like he was juggling. So I'm going to have another one here. And another one here. Got glue all over my fingers here. Yep, one touching the rope. Another one on this side, touching the rope. Another one there. He's very clever. He can juggle this many. Whoops, where's that one gone? Can juggle this many balls. And another one here. Whoops, that one's creased. Let's go in for another one. And another one there. Not positioned those particularly well, have I? I'm going to take this one off and reposition. Like that. I think that will do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put a dab of glue on each one of these, and I'm going to put another one on the top, everybody, just so that they stand out a little bit better, because they are just washi stickers, so they kind of the colour's not very strong on them. And there we go, everybody. I finished. I can't believe it. I was thinking, as I mentioned, about colorizing these or colouring them with felt tip pen, but I'm okay with how they're looking on there. I don't think they need any glossy accents. They're a pretty close match for this colouring up here. And obviously I've got the bright red down here, which is picking up these pieces. My black buttons here are picking up the black on my lady and on the numerals up here. And the white snowflakes are picking up the white on the body. And yeah, nice and fun, this piece. So something on a string. I've got my little guy here, and I love that he can move. I mean, his arms can still move. No, they can't. Well and truly glued down. I was thinking they might move a little bit, but no, they're well and truly glued down, but his legs will move. A measurement of something, well, there's my tape measure, a piece of a map, that's this vintage piece there, something in a geometric shape besides rectangular, and that's my circles, and also his little pom-pom would count for that as well. Something cold to the touch, my 3 snowflakes there, and the bonus is my lovely Kurt Geiger guru lady there. So there we go, everybody. Super quick. I'm not going to even edit this video this week. I'm just going to post it directly onto YouTube, which has to be an absolute first for me. Well, I might edit it a bit to speed it up for you, because some of the bits, like this bit, will be like watching paint dry. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I do appreciate it. Take care. Close-up photos at the end, as always. See you in the next video. Bye-bye now.